Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to incorporate some hygge into your life, or hygge. Still unclear how to pronounce it correctly. I've been told that I'm not saying it correctly, even though I'm trying really hard. Regardless of how you pronounce it, it is a Danish concept that basically means the feeling of coziness and well-being and contentment that you get from enjoying little things in life and being around people you love. Kind of like happiness. And I actually bought this book called The Little Book of Hygge, The Little Book of Hygge, whatever it is. It gives you some tips on how to incorporate the practice into your life, some of which I'll be talking about today. From this book, I learned that the word hygge comes from the Norwegian word for well-being, and the Norwegians and Danes have been practicing this for centuries. This book defines hygge a few different ways, although Danes will probably tell you that it can't be defined. The art of intimacy, not the kind of intimacy you're thinking about, so get your mind out of the gutter. It also refers to it as coziness for the soul and coziness together, which are both really adorable definitions. Now that I've given you that very thorough definition of hygge and that perfect pronunciation, let me share with you some of the ways I've incorporated it into my life and some of the ways you can too. Soft, cozy lighting is key to having a hygge atmosphere. Danes freaking love their candles. According to this book, Danes prefer to have at least 5 candles lit in order to create a hygge atmosphere. You might have two thoughts at this point. 1, lighting multiple candles a day can get expensive. 2, lighting multiple candles a day at any time is a fire hazard. Let's start with the first one. You definitely don't have to buy the bougie, organic, homemade, artisanal candles that cost $38. You can do what I do, which is buy the plain unscented candles from IKEA, which are really cheap. Now for the second point. Yes, lighting a bunch of candles at once is a fire hazard. So be an adult, don't light them near anything flammable. Maybe you don't light them when your kids are home. But seriously, when I come home from a long day at work, lighting a bunch of candles adds such a nice, relaxing atmosphere to the apartment. Even if I'm doing work, it's so nice to have some candles, play some relaxing music, and it makes whatever I'm doing that much more enjoyable. Aside from candles, you can also rely on soft lighting. Bright fluorescent lighting is not hygge. I would just recommend you get some soft light bulbs instead of the bright white light bulbs, and then put them in a lamp with a diffused shade so the light isn't super bright or harsh. It just adds more of a cozy and relaxing environment instead of those harsh bright lights. You can also buy some string light bulbs to string around your house, or if you have outdoor space, outdoors as well. And finally, if you have a fireplace, you've hit the hygge jackpot. One of the definitions of hygge in this book is coziness together. Of course, you can definitely be hygge on your own if you're sitting at home in your bed, you're drinking your hot chocolate, and you're watching Netflix with your blanket and your cozy socks and surrounded by a million candles waiting for a fire to break out. But ideally, hygge involves spending time with people you love. And the sweet spot for Danes is like 3 to 4 people. You just enjoy life more when you're with friends and family who you really love. I've definitely been making more of a conscious effort to spend quality time with friends this month. I've invited a few friends over for dinner every weekend this month. I make a big hearty meal that's perfect for winter, light some candles, dim the lights, and of course play some like new age hippie music like Enya that soothes your soul. My friends bring wine, and there's food, and there's laughter, and it's just been so much fun. I always make sure to put my cell phone away in the other room so that I'm not tempted to look at it or to check it. Then I'm really in the moment. I'm really enjoying my friend's company and I'm not thinking about other things. Practicing hygge involves being present, which is something that we Americans really struggle with. And so if you're trying to enjoy time with your friends, I recommend you put your cell phone somewhere else or turn it off entirely. You'll definitely feel more connected with your friends and family, and you'll enjoy the moment more. Some things you can do with your friends besides eating and drinking wine: just chat and catch up. Preferably not about stressful topics like work or politics. Definitely not politics. That's very stressful right now. And you can also play board games. Board games are very hygge. Unless you're one of those freaky competitive people who ruins everything, then don't play board games. And if you're a millennial like me who doesn't have board games, you can play Heads Up instead. Enjoy hygge year-round, it's definitely associated with winter the most. And that's why comfy clothing is key. The Danish people are all about layering and being comfortable. Personally, my wardrobe is mostly defined by comfort, so let me just share some of my most hygge items with you. This sweater, it is 3 sizes too big, and I bought it this way because I wanted to be able to wear it without having to wear pants. Oversized sweaters are definitely very hygge. This is it on me, as you can see. It's very big, but I don't really care. Yes, I'm wearing 2 sweaters now. This is a huge wraparound scarf. In the winter, I just wrap it around as many times as it'll go, and it's kind of like a face mask. It's very hygge. It's like wearing a blanket on your face. I can bring this to the office and wear it, and it's basically like wearing a blanket in the office, and it's socially acceptable. This is my favorite dress. If you're wondering, is that a dress? It is a dress. It's a sweatshirt that's a dress. And I always get compliments on it. People are like, oh my god, that is so cute. I love it. It is so fashionable. Like, where did you get it? It's honestly the most comfortable thing I own, except for maybe this. Definitely prime hygge material. Another cozy ass scarf. You know, can't have enough scarves. This is an item that actually fits me in my size. So it's cute, but it's still very cozy. It's got this like soft, fuzzy material. You don't have to dress like an oversized bum to be hygge, though it definitely helps. So yeah, these are some of my most hygge clothing items. And if you are trying to incorporate more hygge into your life, I recommend buying big, oversized, comfy clothes. Hygge is not just limited to winter, but the most cozy kinds of activities definitely are more popular in the winter, so hygge is often associated with winter. And in the winter, a warming beverage like hot cocoa is the perfect hygge treat. If you're sensitive to caffeine, I recommend an herbal tea that has some body, maybe like a rooibos or a decaffeinated chai tea. Add some soy milk or almond milk and make it a little cozy treat. If you're a coffee fanatic, a latte would be perfect. And if you're just looking for an excuse to eat chocolate, like I am, then a hot chocolate would be perfect, especially with some vegan marshmallows. Fortunately, the type of food that is hygge are comfort food and sweet treats. This probably has to do with the fact that it's very cold in Denmark all the time. Either way, I'm definitely on board. But that doesn't mean you have to eat super unhealthy in order to have a hygge atmosphere. When you put a lot of love and time into making a home-cooked meal or baking something from scratch, it's more about the experience of doing that and sharing the meal with other people than it is about scarfing food down your throat and how many calories you eat. In fact, countries and cultures that focus on the experience of eating food and sharing it with others and take their time to savor meals and sit down to eat them, as opposed to cultures and countries like the United States where we just eat on the go and just are consumed by food all the time. The former countries tend to be healthier and way less than we do. Even if you're eating hearty comfort food, if you're enjoying it with friends, you're taking the time to chew the food and really taste how it tastes. It's actually a lot healthier than sitting at your desk and eating a salad every day, only to go back to the cafeteria an hour later for cookies and ice cream. I actually experienced this dichotomy recently when I had my friends over for dinner. I served these really decadent vegan brownies for dessert, and when my friends were over, I was really focused on the conversation and having fun with everyone, and I had one brownie and it was very satisfying and I didn't feel like I needed another one. But literally the next day, when I was home alone by myself and I was feeling lonely, I had 4 brownies. I wasn't hungry, I just was like, chocolate will soothe my soul. That's not true. Chocolate doesn't soothe your soul. Friends do. Chocolate is not a friend. Go make friends if you don't have any friends. One easy way to incorporate more hygge into your life is to curl up on the couch or in your bed and read an actual book. Not an audiobook, not something on your Kindle, not an article on your phone, but a real physical book. That sounds easy enough, but honestly I hadn't read a real book in so long. So I've been devoting like 30 to 45 minutes every Sunday to sit on my couch and read a physical book. Nothing else. Literally just reading on my couch. And it's actually really cozy and really nice and I really enjoy it. The Danish word for a cozy nook in your house is a hyggekrog, which is a really funny sounding word. This is the corner or place in your house where you want to snuggle up with a blanket and a book, a cup of tea, maybe your journal. Creating a hyggekrog in your house is very easy. To make it cozy, add some blankets and cushions, make sure there's soft lighting around, and light some candles when you're in the area, and there you have a hyggekrog. There are also other ways to make your house feel and look more hygge, like adding a piece of rustic wooden furniture, or having lots of books around, whether you have a big bookshelf or you just have books in different corners. Or go to your local thrift store and pick up some vintage furnishings. And for the kitchen, ceramic and wooden kitchenware is definitely more hygge than plastic or glass or something else. If you are looking to make your space more hygge, try out some of those tips. You might be thinking that in order to experience hygge, you need to be indoors inside your home. But that's not always true. You can definitely experience hygge when you're outdoors. Being close to nature is very hygge, whether you're camping and sleeping on the bare ground of the earth, not very comfortable, or you're relaxing on the lake, more comfortable, or just sitting in your garden. Being close to nature just brings you back to square one and enables you to enjoy simplicity in a way that can be hard in our modern busy lives. Well, those are all my tips for adding more hygge into your life, or HYGGE. Even though it's clear I'll never be able to pronounce this word correctly, I do think these tips can help you feel healthier and happier. They certainly have helped me feel healthier and happier this last month. I have felt more relaxed, more present in the moment. I've enjoyed having friends over. I've enjoyed drinking hot chocolate. I've enjoyed reading, which is something I haven't done in a long time. I definitely recommend you try out some of these practices and tips if you're looking to add more coziness to your life. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video very soon. Bye.